Hello, family, friends, followers, and guests. Thank you for dropping in for a few minutes. I have a cousin, Robert, who I think the world of and I value highly. He's older as opposed to younger, but quite a bit younger than me. He works hard, drives a cement truck, and a bunch of other things. An amazing person, full of depth, experience, wisdom. We're having a conversation, and he says to me, talking about my YouTube videos, Don, do you realize almost everyone already has their mindset? And I got to thinking about that and the direction our conversation was going, and he's right, of course. I've had 4 Democrats who told me they're going to vote Republican, and I've had 3 who told me that I've had an impact on their vote, and they're going to vote for Trump as well. That's over months of issues. I think this vote is already determined. Unfortunately, there's a lot of dumb, stupid, and uninformed people out there who can't see the handwriting on the wall. Some of the things that both Biden and Trump have done in order to manipulate and somehow manage, in Biden's case, to buy your vote, and in Trump's case, to scare you for your vote. With that said, I want a safe society. I think about my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, and what is going to be left for our posterity. In my studies of history, I know that socialism has never worked, ever. And we've seen the failures in our modern lifetime. Independent of that, I'm opposed to Biden for selling America out repeatedly, for his involvement in the swamp for 47 years of literally doing nothing. He vacillates, he switches on his viewpoint at a particular moment in time, not for the American people, but to keep his power in the swamp. And here he is running for president. And then Kamala Harris, who recently has twice made the decision that she is president, talking about her administration. And we know, for those who have actually looked into this and studied it, we know that Biden's losing it, and that to vote Biden in is to ultimately ask for Kamala Harris to be our president. With all that said, I'm refocusing. I'll still point out the fun, stupid stuff and some of the things that are pretty serious, such as Kate Brown allowing, along with the past federal administration's environmental religion, to control over environmental science, and in the process of burning Oregon up. So I'm going back to making my walking sticks. I don't know if I'm going to keep this one or give it to a veteran. Probably give it to a veteran, but I'll have a lot of hours in it. I'm putting a handle on it here. It's got a top for a piece that goes on the top, a dragon. I've filled it with some magic sculpt. I do most of this by hand, but I do have a Dremel tool to, well, not a Dremel actually, it's a track life, better than a Dremel, to work on grinding some of the hard stuff here, because otherwise I'm stuck with hand filing it, and due to the contours, that's hard to do. But this is the kind of thing I really enjoy doing. And it seems to me that I should be spending more time with it. I have another one to follow this one, and this particular walking stick is a piece of curly maple, and what's going to happen to it, it's not strong enough to be fully weight supportive for a walking stick. It'll be a balance stick. I have a friend who's in his mid-80s, and he has a balance problem. So I'm going to start on this one here in the next few days, and with a little bit of luck, I will have it ready for my friend. I have another one that's just about done. I'm going into the VA this next week for medical, and I'll find somebody there with one of those crappy aluminum canes, and I'll trade them, and I'll give their aluminum cane away to Goodwill or Deseret Industries or somebody like that. Although I have to admit, I have one of those crappy canes for myself. It's a little bit adjustable, and there are times when I don't want to take one of my better walking sticks or canes out. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm hoping that from now through to the election, that what I'm really hoping and praying is that each of you will study the actual facts and evidence, not what any of the pundits say, not what I say, but what the actual facts and evidence are, and then with a prayerful heart, select who you think is going to be the best candidate to protect the American people and forward the American way of life, and then to vote responsibly. My promise to all of those who come up on my birthday list for the last couple weeks as a birthday gift has been that I will vote responsibly. And to that end, I've studied other candidates that'll be on the ticket as well as the presidential. I really hope that this week and this next few weeks are great for each of you, that you can avoid the dangers in life, the threats, the coronavirus, health issues, all of those things. I hope your loved ones are safe. It's a part of my constant prayer, and I look forward to you dropping in for another visit someday. Please feel free to make any comments. If they're bad enough and I really don't like them enough, I'll just simply delete you. And you know what? You'll still be alive to complain on someone else's posts and timeline. Really, have a great time. Make it so.